this video, you will learn how to evaluate online sources for credibility, objectivity, and academic usefulness, apply the proven method to assess websites and other digital content, and develop strategies for thinking critically about how online information is created and shared. Being able to evaluate sources effectively is a fundamental skill in academic research. Whether you are writing an argumentative essay, conducting a literature review, or completing a research paper, your work is only as strong as the sources that support it. So how do you determine whether an online source is credible and appropriate for academic work? The proven method offers a systematic approach to this question. Proven stands for purpose, relevance, objectivity, verifiability, expertise, and newness. These 6 criteria allow you to evaluate both what a source says and how and why it says it. Purpose. Start by considering the intention behind the content. Was the website created to inform, educate, advocate, entertain, or sell? Is the content neutral and informational, or is it promotional and persuasive in nature? Credible sources will typically make their intent clear. You can often learn more by reading the website's About section, where the publisher or organization outlines its mission, funding sources, and editorial goals. Relevance. Consider whether the information directly addresses your research question. Does it provide enough detail? Is the content too general, too specific, or too technical for your academic level? Think about the type of assignment you're completing. If you're writing an analytical essay or literature review, a scholarly article may be most useful. For a policy paper, a recent government report or expert commentary may be more appropriate. Objectivity. Reliable information is presented thoughtfully and professionally. Evaluate the tone of the site. Does it rely on strong emotional language or offer a narrow, one-sided perspective? Or does it acknowledge other viewpoints and build its case with evidence? Bias isn't always easy to spot. A site may promote a particular cultural, political, or ideological stance. The key is whether it acknowledges its perspective openly and avoids misleading or manipulative tactics. It is also helpful to reflect on your own reactions. Are you drawn to a site because it confirms what you already believe? This might be a sign of confirmation bias, where we trust information simply because it feels familiar or comfortable. Verifiability. Credible sources provide references. They cite studies, link to primary data, or explain how they arrived at conclusions. Review whether a site includes links to supporting materials and whether those links lead to reliable sources. Some websites simply repeat claims from other sources without attribution. Others present statistics or expert opinion with no references at all. If you cannot verify the original source of a statement, or if the citations link to biased or obscure material, the content should be considered questionable. Also, factual inconsistencies, grammatical errors, or broken links indicate that the content hasn't been properly reviewed or maintained. Expertise. Identify who created the content. Are they a recognized expert in the field? Do they have relevant academic degrees or affiliations? Are they cited by others? If no author is listed, or if their qualifications are unclear, dig deeper. Check whether the website includes an editorial board, content policy, or contact information. A trustworthy site will usually make its authorship and review process visible. Keep in mind that not all credible sources are produced by individuals. Institutions, such as universities, governments, and professional organizations, often publish content without a named author. In these cases, evaluate the reputation and transparency of the organization itself. Newness. Finally, examine the timeliness of the information. This is especially important in fast-moving fields like science, technology, and health policy, where developments happen quickly. Look for a publication date or last updated timestamp. If the source is several years old, consider whether newer information may be available. In contrast, if your research focuses on historical events or long-standing debates, older sources may still be valuable. Now let's put the proven method into practice. If you are researching environmental policy, a peer-reviewed article published in a scientific journal would typically be a strong source. It would likely present current findings, cite other scholarly work, and be structured according to academic standards. In contrast, a personal blog expressing opinions about climate change may not offer the evidence, expertise, or balance required for academic use, even if the writer is passionate or persuasive. Keep in mind that popular sources, such as news websites or government publications, can still be useful depending on your purpose. For instance, they may help you contextualize a topic, illustrate public opinion, or provide current statistics. However, they should be used in combination with scholarly materials that provide deeper analysis and theoretical grounding. By working through the proven framework, you can answer these questions and make an informed decision about whether the source belongs in your bibliography. And as always, if you're unsure, ask your librarian. In this video, you have learned how to evaluate online sources for credibility, objectivity, and academic usefulness, apply the proven method to assess websites and other digital content, and develop strategies for thinking critically about how online information is created and shared.